What's up my friends, welcome back to the channel for a new video, and today it's a very special one for me because I'm not gonna review something from a brand, I'm gonna review something from me that I've made myself, for me first, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna help you a lot for your editing session. And by the way, you were allowed to ask me for that since many years now and by the way, I'm working on this since a few years already. I really hope you guys are gonna like it. Let me show you. So, I'm really happy to introduce to you my Xplorer LUTs and Lightroom presets. They are 100% my style. I'm using them in all my Instagram edits or YouTube videos. To be honest, they save me a lot of times during my editing sessions. So if you like my style of editing, they are for you. The plan for today's video is first of all to show you each pack individually, what you have inside. Then I'm gonna do a small editing session to show you my workflow with them and how they are working and all the possibilities that you have with my LUTs. And don't worry guys, I'm not leaving you with just a small example of my workflow. If you buy any LUTs pack, you're gonna find inside a private link to a YouTube tutorial where I'm showing you a full workflow with each LUTs packs, and same for my Lightroom presets. If you buy the Xplorer Lightroom presets, you're gonna find inside also a link to a video where I'm showing you my workflow with my Lightroom presets. And of course, at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you where you can buy them if you want. Now let me show you all the different LUTs packs, then the Lightroom presets. The first pack that I want to show you is the DJI FPV d-cinelike LUTs. This one is made to work with the DJI d-cinelike color profile. So if you're shooting with the DJI Avata, the O3 Air Unit, DJI FPV, or even with your Mini 3 Pro, Mini 4 Pro with the DJI d-cinelike color profile, this one is for you. Inside this one, you're gonna find 10 different LUTs with 2 versions of each LUT. Why 2 versions? You're gonna see that after during the editing session. You're gonna also find 1 bonus LUTs, my camera settings, and a link to a tutorial of how to use my LUTs. Then we have the DJI Mavic series D-Log LUTs, and this one is made to work with the DJI D-Log profile that you can find on most Mavic 3 series right now. Inside this pack, you have 10 different LUTs with 2 versions of each LUTs, like in all the packs. 1 bonus LUTs, my camera settings, a link to a tutorial of course, but also a folder with a conversion LUTs, because the log profile from DJI is really hard to grade and I wanted to give you the easiest way to edit using the 2 different options that my LUTs have to offer. And you're gonna see that after during the short editing session. Now we have the DJI Mavic series D-Log M LUTs, and this one is made to work with the DJI D-Log M profile that you can find on the Mavic 2 Pro, even on the Mavic 3. It works with the D-Log M for all the D-Log M gear that you have. So if you have the Osmo Pocket 3, for example, the new one, you can shoot in D-Log M. So they're gonna also work with it. Inside this one, same, you have 10 different LUTs, 2 versions of each LUT, 1 bonus LUT, camera settings, and a link to a tutorial. Now the ones for the different GoPros. So you have for the GoPro 6, 7, 8, 9, and another one for the 10, 11, 12. And this is because since the 10, GoPros have changed the color profile, so it was not the same. So that's why I choose to make 2 different packs. The first one is for the GoPro 6, 7, 8, 9. Inside this one, you're gonna find 10 different LUTs with 2 versions of each, 1 bonus LUT, camera settings, and a link to a tutorial. Then we have the GoPro 10, 11, 12 LUTs. Inside this one, it's the same, 10 different LUTs, 2 versions of each, 1 bonus LUT, camera settings, and a link to a tutorial. The next pack is called the Insider's Whoop Series LUTs. This one is for the cameras that you use generally with tiny whoops, cine whoops. Inside you have 3 different folders, one for the Insta360 Go 2, Go 3, one for the naked GoPro 6, 7, 8, 9, and another one for the SMO 4K, or if you have the Insta360 ONE R, it works also with the ONE R. It's for this type of cameras. For the Insta360 Go 2 or Go 3, you have 5 different LUTs with 2 versions of each. For the naked GoPro, you have also 5 different LUTs with 2 versions of each, and it's the same for the SMO 4K. Inside it, you're gonna also find a folder with all the different settings for the different cameras, and of course a link to a tutorial of how to use them. I just realized that I forgot to mention one LUTs pack, and it's the GoPro 6, 7, 8, 9 winter LUTs, and this one is made only for winter footage. Inside it you have 5 different LUTs, 2 versions of each, plus my camera settings. And the last pack is of course the bundle pack with all the LUTs pack inside one, all the camera settings, the bonus, everything. And this is a really great option. I'm gonna explain you why. Like I mentioned earlier, inside each packs you have 2 different versions of each LUTs. You have the full version and the look version. Personally, I mostly use the full version of my LUTs if I want to make an Instagram post, for example, with one shot, because the full version is gonna change everything on your footage. The exposure, the contrast, the saturation, the temperature, everything. And sometimes, for example, if you shoot underexposed, you can end up with a really dark footage, and even if you can adjust the exposure with the full version, sometimes if your footage ends up too dark, you can do nothing. That's why I wanted another way to work with my LUTs, and that's where comes the look version. Because in the other side, the look version is gonna change only the temperature, the colors, and that's it. So it's pretty great. Sometimes you can see that it can change a little bit the exposure on some colors, but it's just really a little bit, so it's nothing crazy. And I found that when you make big project, for example, with multiple footage, it's better because you can grade manually and adjust the exposure of each footage. Then you put an adjustment layer on top with the look and you're ready to go. You're gonna end up with the same look as the full version, but with your exposure choice. And that's why having the bundle pack gives you so much possibilities, because you have all those different looks and all the different cameras have a different color profile. So if you use a d-cinelike look for the GoPro, for example, you're gonna end up with different colors because it's not the same profile, and the color representations are not the same on the DJI camera and GoPros. That's why I'm telling you having the bundle pack is really great, because you can mix everything, so it's perfect. And for real, sometimes I'm using a full version of the d-cinelike DJI profile for my GoPro 11 and it works. Maybe I need to adjust a bit the exposure or something like that, but that's it. And that's what I wanted for my LUTs, to be really easy to use and to give me a lot of possibilities. And if you are new to LUTs and you don't know how it's working, don't forget that LUTs are not a magic stick. Sometimes it can work 100% one click, but sometimes you need to adjust the exposure or a few things. That's why inside each pack I've put a tutorial with my workflow with them and to show you how to adjust if you need to. I think now you get the point, so let me show you my workflow with my LUTs. I choose for today's video to show you how I'm working with the DJI Mavic series D-Log LUTs, the DJI FPV d-cinelike LUTs, and the GoPro 10, 11, 12 LUTs. Oh, and don't forget that if you want to skip this part of the video or go back to another part of the video, you can use the chapters here to select your moment that you want to watch of the video. Let's dive into Final Cut Pro 10 to show you my workflow with them. I'm gonna start with showing you how it works with the full version and then the look version. Okay, so here I have a Mavic 3 D-Log footage, a d-cinelike footage, a GoPro 10 footage. The first thing to do is to add the plugin to add LUTs. Inside Final Cut Pro, you can just go in the Effects tab and tap LUTs. Then you have the custom LUT plugin, so you can add it to all your footage. And then if you want to import them, you can just choose custom LUTs, and here you can select the LUT file that you have. If you have the bundle pack, you can select the main folder of the bundle pack, and then you're gonna have them like this with all the packs inside. Let's start with the Mavic D-Log. If I want to add the full version, I can go here, can go add this one, and as you can see, it's pretty dark for me. First of all, I can adjust the exposure, then I can add the color curve. What I'm gonna do is to reduce the highlight here, put back the black a little bit. If you want, you can also reduce the saturation of your footage. You can go back here, saturation, and then reduce the old saturation or put more saturation. It depends on your taste, but you can do that. So we went from this to this with just a few click, so it's really great. Then we can add some sharpness, so you can go in the effects tab, tap sharp, and you have the sharpen. 2.5, it's a bit too much, so for the Mavic I'm always adding like 1.5 or 0.4, and I'm pretty happy with the result like that. Let's do the same for the d-cinelike profile from DJI now, d-cinelike LUTs, and I'm gonna try this Make a Beach full. This looks great right away. The shadows are a bit contrasty, but it's my style, I like it like that. So maybe the sky looks a little bit green, so I'm gonna see that here with my waveforms. The greens are a little bit higher than the red, so I'm gonna just add a color wheels +1, I think, of the red. To be honest, it's fine for me like this. So we went from this to this, same with a few clicks, and here you can also add some sharpness, and I'm always adding +2 of sharpness for the O3 or DJI Avata, DJI FPV, because my sharpness is set to -2 inside my goggles, so I found that +2 is really great. Let's jump into the GoPro 10, 11, 12 LUTs now. And by the way guys, don't forget to check my settings for each cameras to have the same settings, to have the same result at the end. Here let's try this Baccarat Sunrise full. Looks great. Maybe the shadow are a bit contrasty, but personally I like it like that. For the GoPros I'm always adding +2 of sharpness. I found it looks pretty great like that. For me it looks great like that, but if you want you can still put back more the shadows, the mid-tone. Now let's see the workflow with the look version. Let's start with the Mavic D-Log footage. Like I said previously, in this one it's different than the other pack, because the D-Log from DJI is really hard to grade correctly and to expose correctly. That's why I found this solution to make it more easy to use with the look version. So what you need to do is to add your custom LUTs plugins. Then you can add the conversion LUT that you can find inside the pack, which converts from D-Log to Rec 709, making your footage looking pretty good, but you still need to adjust the exposure a little bit. First of all, I'm gonna put a color board to adjust the shadows, the mid-tone and the highlights. Then a color curve to adjust a little bit more everything. And then you can add another custom LUT plugin and choose between all the different looks that you have. And you can also adjust the mix of the look. You can do that with the full version, but I don't recommend you to do that for the D-Log profile, because it's gonna bring back the flat color profile, so it's not looking really good to do that with the full version. Let's try another one. This is the best way to work if you make a big project with multiple footage, like I said, because you can just adjust the exposure on every footage by using the conversion LUTs, and then you just have to put an adjustment layer on top like I showed you previously, and it's done. Don't forget to add some sharpness at the end. For the Mavic I'm always adding 1.4 like I say. If you want you can adjust also the temperature and other things, but to be honest, for these specific shots you don't need that much work. And if you're wondering why I didn't do it this way for all the packs, it's because I found that the conversion LUT for the GoPro, for the d-cinelike color profile are making the highlight overexposed. I don't know why. For the Mavic 3 series, for the D-Log profile it's fine, but for the other color profile I've tried the conversion LUT and it's not that great. And by the way, the other color profiles from DJI, d-cinelike, D-Log M or the GoPro are pretty easy to expose correctly, and it's the only LUTs pack who is working this way with the look version. It's clearly more faster and easier for me, for you, it's better for everyone. Now let's dive into the d-cinelike color profile. Here is the same shot as previously. First of all I'm gonna add a color board to expose a bit, color wheels, color curve. So now it's exposed correctly for me, and I just have to add the custom LUTs and choose one that I want. So I can put this one, let's try another one, and this one looks a bit too magenta for me, so if you want to correct that you can just going back to the color wheels and you can change the tint here, put it a bit down like -5, it's fine. Also if you want to change the temperature, make it more cold or more warm, you can do it. You can also reduce the saturation or put more saturation. It's all your taste, guys. Don't forget to add some sharpness, always +2 for me. Now let's see with the GoPro 10 footage. First I'm gonna add a color board, then a color curve. The exposure looks great for me, so now I'm gonna choose from a GoPro 10, 11, 12 LUTs, a look one. This one is one of my favorite. Let's try another one, the overtime. Let's try a more weird one, the weird is good. I like it. You can also change the temperature if you want. Don't forget to adjust also the tint, and you can check that by pressing Command 7. Then you have the waveform. Here you can see the red are a bit too much, so I'm gonna reduce the tint a little bit. And you can also reduce the saturation on everything. Or if you want to make the shadows more blue, you can just take the shadows and make it more bluish. And then at the end, don't forget to put back the sharpness, +2 for the GoPros. And that's it for today's short editing session. But don't forget guys, if you're beginners and you absolutely don't know how to grade and how to use LUTs and everything, inside each pack you're gonna find a more in-depth tutorials. I'm gonna show you how I edit with different footage like winter, summer, beach. So it's gonna be more longer than today. And if you're not a beginner and you already know how to grade and how to use LUTs, maybe you don't care, but I had to think about beginners. Now let's see the Lightroom presets. I'm also very happy to introduce to you my Xplorer Lightroom Presets. I'm not using them only for drone photography. I'm also using them with my camera when I'm in holidays, when I'm taking street photography. Also with my phone. If I'm taking photos with my phone and I want to edit them, I'm using my presets. And inside this pack, you're gonna find 8 of my most used Lightroom presets. Also an installation guide. Plus, of course, a link to a tutorial video where I'm showing you my workflow with my own presets. If you guys are interested of buying one of my LUT packs or the bundle or the Lightroom presets, you can find the link in descriptions. You're gonna end up in my company website called Dynamic Media Vision. On this website you have the English version and the French version. That way nobody is lost. Okay, now that you know everything, it's your turn to show me your bangers by using my presets or my LUTs. Don't hesitate to tag me on Instagram if you post a photo by using my Lightroom preset or a video by using my LUTs, even if it's just a before and after in your stories. Really guys, don't hesitate to tag me. I will be more than happy to share that. And also having your feedback in the comment section below after buying them, or even if you want to send me a DM on Instagram to tell me what you think about them, I will be more than happy. And if you see something wrong inside the package, or if you have any questions, same, send me a DM on Instagram, I will be here for you. Thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe to support my channel, and hit that bell to receive a notification for my next video. I hope this video was not too long, but I needed some time to explain you everything, and it was a massive work for me to make this happen. So I'm really happy and I'm really excited to have your feedback. Thank you guys, have a great day, great night, and I see you soon. Salut!